Hi, Latonya Davis here to talk more about the desegregation program. But before I begin, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, comment, like it, and let me know what you think. I have also have a lot of pictures on there. If you want to look at the crazy things that teachers do to impress kids throughout the year. For example, I have some dances, and sometimes I led assemblies and different things like that. So it's kind of cool to look at it and see what a lot of teachers can do or what we do for our students. So it's kind of cool to look at. So let's talk about desegregation. Well, desegregation is an opportunity like no other, but you have to embrace it in order to succeed in that program. However, there are many ways that you can take advantage of the opportunity. But if you come in with the notion that, oh, I'm just going out to a school with a bunch of white kids and they don't understand me, then you've already failed in your pursuit of improvement in your lives. So it's really important to embrace it. Let me talk a little bit about my experience. I was watching a comedy on Netflix with Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about how he stayed at a friend's house. And when he went to the friend's house, he saw that in the house was actually things that you used and things that worked in the house. And I actually had a similar experience. I mean, when I went to stay at a friend's house at school, Kim Duncan, her house was beautiful. Her yard was huge. And I never really had a chance to experience things like that. And it gave me the opportunity to see what else is out there, which was awesome for me because I got to soak all that in. And inside, I said to myself, I want this. I want this. And I want to see what I need to do in order to get something like that for myself. Another way to take advantage of the program is get involved. Get involved in groups, organizations, clubs. Get to know people that are not like you. That was another thing that I believe helped me now. Getting to know people, because you're going to have to work with lots of different people in your lives. So it's really important to get to know and build relationships with people that are not quite like yourself. Ask questions about, different things that you don't know. I mean, I didn't know how to drive until I was 25 because I just took a bus. So, asking questions that to help you do specific things. Okay. So one day after working out last week, I just was in the mood for some crepes, and I went to a creperie in Clayton, and I was looking up and I noticed, well, one person that I already knew, but then later on I looked up and I saw a former student of mine. I was like, wow, she was older. So I knew I had her in the beginning of my years. I've been teaching for 13 years. So I look up and I walked up to her and I saw that it was three of my former students together. They were in their 20s, about 22. And I couldn't believe I saw them. And we talked for a while. I told them that I wasn't teaching anymore. And they were telling me what schools they went to. And it was just really cool because it was my former students. Obviously, it made me feel old, but it was really good to see them. And so I told them about, what I'm doing and working on my book. And they seemed really interested, which was really cool. It's really good to see them. And also a couple days ago, I was at Shakespeare at the Park in Forest Park. You should go. It's Romeo and Juliet. It was really cool. And someone placed the blanket in front of where I was sitting, and she sat down, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and we both were like, "You look familiar." And she said, "Did you go to Northwest Missouri State?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I realized it was a former friend of mine that we both were college ambassadors. And it was so weird. I saw someone I haven't seen in a really long time. It was really good to see her. And we both were like, how did we know each other? And she texted me back later that we both were college ambassadors. And I actually forgot that I was a college ambassador at Northwest. There's so many different aspects of my life that they were just closed in different closets, and I didn't think about it because I didn't really have many people to share that with in my family. Because um, one thing I don't know if you guys know about me is that I'm the first in my entire family to go to college. And it's exciting, of course. However, it was kind of challenging because I didn't have anyone to ask questions to when I wasn't sure about things. And not many people could relate to what I was going through when I went to college, um, and let alone a master's. I got a master's degree. But now, in this time of my life, I've had cousins who followed me and went to college and finished. And one of them's a teacher. Two of them got their masters, which is really exciting. And I'm so proud of them. And now we have something in common, and we can talk about different things like that. We can talk about our experiences in college and things that we went through. So it's kind of cool. But it's something that, people that go through the program and decide to go to college, that they have to go through. So it's really something to think about. Um, I am going to now close up. So please check out my channel, subscribe, and I will continue to talk about different experiences in the DSEG program. And I think I'm going to go work out. So I will see you next time. Thank you.